Last Minute Man. We are coming to you from the studio. I'm with my good buddy, Mr. Obvious. And Mr. Obvious, what are we talking about today?
Well, it's obvious. We got a Savage Model 10 FCP-K law enforcement.
Yep. And we have done a previous video on this here rifle, but Mr. Obvious has worked up some hand loads that he's wanting to really get this thing dialed in at 100 yards and see where we're at. And we've got this beautiful Vortex scope on here, Mr. Obvious. And what is that called?
This is the Vortex PST.
Vortex PST. I know this has got some serious magnification, and we've got a serious rifle here to do some serious shooting on this beautiful St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
So crack open a Guinness and come over with us, and we'll shoot some rounds downrange. All right, so Mr. Obvious is actually going to be shooting at the 175-yard target here, and he has never zeroed this rifle in. So this will be the first shot with this new scope. So 168 grain, just Winchester full metal jacket, and he's going to fire and see if he is on target there.
Yep.
And then we'll get into our zero.
Are you ready?
We are ready, good sir. You hit it, and it's just below the black. Okay, so Mr. Obvious wants me to start out shooting the first group. These are just factory Winchester 168 grain, just regular round ball full metal jacket.
Dead center, but it's shot high left, so I'm going to just keep with that and see how it groups them. We'll see when we get down there. Okay? Yeah. Let's get down there and take a look.
Okay, so I shot that. We're at 1.5 MOA there with that. That was my first shot, was the top one, and then the other two were next to each other there. So we're going to give this a good 10 minutes of cool time and start with the next one. All right, Mr. Obvious, tell the folks at home what the next 3 rounds are going to be. And we'll just have him shoot all of these, and that way we're consistent.
This is going to be 4064 powder. It's a full length case, and it's 2 inches, 775 thousandths long.
Okay.
So it's all 3 of these loads here.
I'll tell you, that thing kicks about like a 22. Look at that muzzle brake, but man, it is loud. I love that muzzle brake. Yeah, loud as can be though. Alright, well, let's get down there and take a look at that. I think I have one fly. I don't know why, but...
Okay, so we measured that out at 3/4 of an inch. So you're sub MOA with that, and Mr. Obvious is upset with himself. He said he got a flyer there, and I don't think that was you. I think that was just what happens.
Yeah, I was holding right in the middle of that square. All 3 shots had that little dot right in the middle.
Okay, so we are shooting the exact same cartridge, exact same bullet, but this is brand new brass.
Yeah.
And it's the same length.
Yep.
And so we're going to see if having brand new brass makes a difference.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Oh, all right. I'm making the theory that it won't make a difference. We'll see.
Man, that's loud. Yeah, golly, that muzzle brake really livens up the sound. All right, now let's get down there and look at them.
All right, so after measuring these out, that last one Mr. Obvious did shot about the same as the factory loads when I did mine. Now, what do you think is the cause of that, or?
Just got to play with it. The gun likes different bullet lengths. Now the next load we're shooting, we're going to lengthen the bullet out 10 thousandths off the lance with a new case.
Man. All right. Let's get down there and take a look.
All right, so after measuring this out, this is exactly 1 inch. So you're right at your desired 1 MOA. But like Mr. Obvious said, he was getting upset because he said, I'm getting a flyer every time. But when you're 1 inch, I don't think you can get too upset about that.
That police model should shoot better than that. I mean, that gun should be ½ inch MOA.
Okay, so Mr. Obvious went back. He went back into his laboratory, and he he cooked up some good medicine for us. And what are these, Mr. Obvious?
These is 175 grain hollow point boat tail match. So
All right, so I had told him 175 grain is what I have always heard was the creme de la creme. So
308.
yeah, so we're gonna see how it does.
All we can do.
Place some bets now, folks.
I wouldn't bet.
Boy, you can tell the difference in that powder, too. That stuff smells like rotten eggs. Yeah. That's at 4064. The wind's kicking up. Give it a second. There it is. Give us one more there, Mr. Obvious. I'm away from a little bit now, but oh well. What it is, what it is. He's frustrated. All right, let's get down there and look.
A wise man once said, the U.S. Army probably tests these more than anybody, right?
Yeah.
And somebody told Mr. Obvious that.
Yeah, you said that you guarantee to shoot them 175 grain, so.
I kept telling him that. But, and that's what we're seeing. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents,
I think we're ready to
that
do it.
is sub MOA. That is good. And Mr. Obvious is happy now, aren't you?
Yeah. I was wiggling a little bit.
He was getting frustrated.
Yeah, it's 3 bullet holes. So,
He said, I'm telling you, this thing should be shooting better than that.
yeah.
So, you're happy now?
I'm happier.
Man, I'll tell you what, you're happy, I'm plumb tickled.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's get back for an AAR. And we're back with our after-action report. And what do we have to report today, Mr. Obvious?
We're going to report this. Obviously, I'm getting old and shaky in my old days, but I need something to calm me down a little bit. But looks like...
Yeah, it's an Irish drinking day, but we couldn't drink while we're shooting.
No.
So...
But, I mean, we fired a lot of rounds today to find out what this gun's starting to like, and it's liking the heavier bullet look like.
And that's something you're going to have to find out with each individual rifle. You will have a pet load. Some rifles just aren't capable of shooting sub MOA. You just don't have the engineering there, the
Yeah.
quality. But this rifle, Mr. Obvious stated to me that he was shooting sub MOA before, and he could not recall what it was he was shooting. And I go back to, and I wasn't by any means a sniper or anything like that. But what a lot of the guys that shot DMR rifles and stuff did have when I was in the military were 175 grain. And they shot all I can tell you is when those guys pulled the trigger, things got hit.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't miss. So I was telling Mr. Obvious a 175 grain per other shooter's recommendation seems to be what shoots the best out of these.
Yeah.
And, you know, my gun sight Scout, it kind of seems like, of course, I don't have a camera on me, okay? So that adds a level of stress in this. But the scouts, I mean, we were both shooting. He's got a scout, I've got one. And we're shooting one MOA with factory ammo, pretty much out of those at 100 yards.
Them things just shoot.
They do. Now, I've never shot a 175 grain out of that. I'd like to kind of see if I am cutting bullet holes like this one is. But the 168 grain seems to be the ticket with the scout, or in my personal scout and in his. So we were kind of hoping that same pet load would work just as good in this sucker, and it kind of didn't.
No, it's liking that heavy bullet. So
it definitely likes the heavier bullet.
I mean, this is a police model. It's right there, pretty close to the quality of a sniper rifle, but it's it'll shoot. If you got the right load, that goes to show you have to work a load for your gun. I mean, you could have 10 of these guns, and maybe all 9 of them want a different load.
Yeah, and that is possible. But, quality control with Savage Firearms, in my lifetime, I have seen them just get very good. I mean, it used to be, there was a time in America, and I don't know, a lot of the older viewers know this, but if it wasn't a Remington, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't shit if it wasn't a Remington.
Yeah. That's the old days.
But that's the old days. That's the way everybody thought. And, the Savage was kind of looked over. And it wasn't snobbery. It's just you listen to what other people said.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, I had to find out later in life, man, I was missing out on some good deals because these Savage rifles shoot great.
Yeah.
And they really do. Every one of them I've purchased has been a 1 MOA gun.
Even the sporting hunting rifles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My 110 Hunter. And I had a guy tell me that it wasn't a 110 Hunter, it's a 110 Apex Hunter, and he ended up being right, but there is a difference. So we try to be specific and precise, and there's some people that use the comment section as a way to be. They try to be punks, and but for the most part, we get very good information from the comment section.
We get a lot of,
excellent stuff.
You'll learn stuff too. Other guys.
And that's why we do this.
Figure out, So.
That's precisely why we do this. We're obviously not doing it for money. We don't have the viewership for that. We do this because it's a hobby. We enjoy hearing from everybody else, your learning experience, what wisdom you can impart. We've got people from all over the world that watch this, and I mean, it's kind of cool, that there's people that enjoy shooting, even in places where they're not as friendly to shooting as we are here in America.
Yeah.
So we got to hold on to these rights, folks. You got to hold on to these constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Anything we want to add about the firearm today, Mr. Obvious?
I really like this gun. It's a heavy gun. I mean,
it's not too bad though.
No, it's not too bad. I mean, it's a 9-pound gun, but it's you got a barrel.
It's like carrying a German Mauser in World War II.
Yeah, that 24-inch barrel, it's every bit of probably 6.5, 7 pounds.
Yeah. So it's just a great gun though. I really enjoy shooting this thing. I really enjoy the action on it. It's very smooth. The lockup on the handle and everything. I really like the handle that they put on here. If you're working it with gloves, in the wintertime and things, makes it easier. So there's a lot to like in this rifle. I really enjoy shooting this. And it's good that we finally found a load that it's really liking. So with that, I guess we finished.
Yeah, pretty much finished.
Well, everybody, enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. And
wear your green.
Wear your green. Raise a Guinness and drink it and enjoy it in the company of family and people you care about, because nothing else in this world really matters. It's just family, God, and country.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just take care of yourself and everybody around you.
All right. So with that, everybody, remember, keep your knives sharp, keep your powder dry.
Subscribe to Last Minute Man and watch us on
Rumble.